Hello, just yesterday I got a call from my friend and she said that I feel there's something wrong with my gut. I don't feel hungry anymore. I eat for the sake of eating. I feel my appetite has gone down, and sometimes I have this feeling of fullness, heaviness or bloating, and sometimes when I eat from outside I just don't feel right. This was not the case before. Why is this happening to me? Now let's figure out what's happening to her. It could be dyspepsia, just a fancy word for indigestion. Let's get to know more. Stay on. Okay, now let's start by understanding the digestion process. Now where does digestion begin? From your mouth. The moment you put your food inside your mouth, there is this saliva that is the first step of breakdown. Now this starts the breakdown process, and there is this mastication by chewing that you do. It further goes down from the food pipe and it reaches your stomach. Now when it reaches your stomach, what is there? Your hydrochloric acid comes in, which is HCl. Along with that you get gastric juices that come along with it, and all of this is trying to break down that food. Now does food get absorbed from your stomach? No. Your food passes it on to your intestines, where the further process of breakdown and transformation has to happen. The only thing that can be absorbed from your stomach is alcohol. Rest everything has to pass through the transformative process of breakdown by going to your intestines. So this food after the breakdown reaches your intestines. Now in your intestines, what is there? Now as soon as it reaches your intestine, your bile comes in. After your bile comes in, your pancreatic juices come in, and along with that also your intestinal juices are present and the bacteria is present. All of these four things come together and they start further breakdown. Now it is the small intestine, which is the first part of the intestine, where the breakdown happens and the absorption of the nutrient value of your food happens. So you have this brush border wall from where whatever is the nutritive value is absorbed into your body, and the remaining, which is the undigested food, or whether it is the waste that has been given out by your liver, or it is the waste that is thrown from the walls of your intestines, further comes as roughage or wastage into your colon, which is your large intestine. Now in this large intestine, water is absorbed and this wastage is released or excreted as stools. This is the process of digestion, as we know. Now the moment we say there is undigested food that is coming out through the colon as stools, or if there is indigestion happening, what is the cause for it? Number one, you may have undigested food simply because the digestion process in your body, your digestion power has become really weak. What are the reasons for it? We shall discuss further. Number two, it could be because you are overeating. You are eating more than what your body desires, and that could also lead to some indigestion. Number three, it could be food that is not appropriate for you to eat. So you are probably eating food that your body does not require or does not want you to have. Now these three causes can lead to indigestion. Now when we say that we have weak digestive power or our digestion has become weak, it could also mean that the hydrochloric acid in your stomach has become weak, or it is less in quantum. The pH of your hydrochloric acid inside your stomach is extremely acidic, and the pH value is between 1 to 3. So if your pH of your hydrochloric acid goes a little higher, which means it goes towards the alkaline side, or the quantum of hydrochloric acid in your stomach is not enough, then it may mean that the breakdown will suffer, and the breakdown will suffer, or it may not be able to kill the bacteria. And when all of this happens, the food that reaches your intestines, it is not properly broken down at the stomach level, and hence your intestines have to work with an extra effort, with extra work that it has to do. Now this extra effort and this extra work will weaken the digestion process over a period of time, and the digestive system becomes weak. That is what we mean by weak digestive system. So now what are the effects of this? Now the individual may notice some undigested or indigested particles of food in his stools. The person may sometimes have flatulence or farting. The person may have belching or burping. The person may have loss of appetite. The person may feel bloated. There may be a feeling of fullness. There may be a feeling of heaviness, and general hunger will automatically go down. Now, it may also happen that because your hydrochloric acid is low, there is hyperacidity. There is this acid reflux that is coming upwards. What happens is, when the hydrochloric acid becomes low, the sphincter between your stomach and your esophagus becomes loose, it becomes weak, and it opens up. So when it opens up, the acid reflux comes. That's the reason you see this sour thing in your mouth sometimes. That's the acid coming upwards. Over a period of time, prolonged period of time, this acid coming upwards can do damages to your esophagus. So this can also be one of the effects. Now that we have indigestion, the question is how to treat it. How do we naturally address this? Now, number one, it is very necessary that you increase the heat in your body for the food or the digestion process to pick up. Now, this heat can be applied by hot compress. So if you go to any nature cure hospital, they will definitely suggest an alternate hot and cold therapy, which means that they may apply a hot compress on your abdomen, and then in between they may apply a cold compress. You can even do this at home. So if you have those hot water bags, you may choose to keep those hot water bags for some time, and then for a short period of time we may alternate it with a ice pack. Then again go back to the hot compress, again come back to the ice pack. You alternately do this for about 15 to 20 minutes. What does it do? It increases the heat and it stimulates the digestive process. But you have to do this on an empty stomach or in between your meals once the earlier eaten food is already digested. But this is just a palliative process. It's not a permanent solution. So if you want a permanent solution, you need to increase the heat in your body for the digestion process to pick up. And how do you do that? You do that through a vigorous exercise. So it's okay if you do not want to go to the gym, choose an yoga if it suits you. If that doesn't suit you, just go for walks, do the exercise that suits you. But always remember, indigestion is a disease that is for the sedentary. Indigestion usually is not seen in physically active people who are used to movement and exercise regularly. So the first solution is the alternate hot and cold. The second solution is your exercise and movement. Let's come to the third solution, which is hydration. You cannot escape water. Now there is on a regular basis about 2.5 liters of water given out of your system via the kidneys through urine, or as sweat through your skin, or via the stools that is coming out through your colon. The water release happens even there. And fourthly, it also happens by the way of breath. So when you exhale, you are giving out water. You are exhaling. When you are breathing, you are giving out water. So these are the 4 pathways by way of which you give out almost 2.5 liters out of your system on a daily basis. Now, if that is the case, you must replenish it back 2 liters via drinking plain normal water, and half a liter comes through your food, like your vegetables that you eat or the fruits that you eat, or your herbal teas that you have. This will also give you some amount of water. So it is important that this calculation of 2.5 liters of water outage is now given back to our system as input of normal drinking water of at least 2 liters. The next solution is grounding. Now this is extremely underestimated. It's okay to remove your shoes and walk on the bare grass, which is probably a little wet, or just any grass that is around your house. If not grass, you may just walk on bare earth with your feet without the shoes. Now what does it do? It makes sure that the electrons enter our body. It is extremely good for your digestion process. So grounding should definitely not be taken lightly. The sixth solution is abstaining from lifestyle habits such as alcohol or tobacco or excessive meat eating habits. This will also dehydrate you and it will not help you towards your digestion process. Number 7, eat your rice with your vegetables more than the lentils. If you are already having indigestion, if you're already having a weak digestive process, then eating a lot of lentils with your rice is going to further weaken it, because lentils are a little difficult to digest, especially in the condition of indigestion. Hence, eat your vegetables along with your rice and substitute the lentils for a specific period of time. Number 8, you may want to increase your intake of fruits and vegetables. Now, fruits and vegetables give you fiber, and this fiber helps like a detergent which washes away everything in your intestines and moves the food forward and makes sure that there is cleansing that happens. So fruits and vegetables are important. And finally, one very, very important solution, which is being cheerful and being happy. It's okay to leave your sorrows aside and change your mood. Sometimes it comes with a change of place, a change of scene, or just the change of people around you. Be cheerful, be happy, and it will make tremendous difference to your digestive process. I hope these solutions helped you and you got to understand indigestion is a little better. Follow for more nature cure and natural lifestyles. If you're liking my content, please hit the subscribe button. Namaste.